Hi colleagues, my name is Georgia Reish and welcome to Preparing to Launch. I'm hoping to be putting out a monthly video for those people who are at a place of transition in their life and wanting to kind of unfold either into a new direction or to create a project or a company or a program that they've always wanted to create. In other words, if you're feeling ready to launch into a new direction with your life, I hope these videos serve as a support to you. Preparing to launch really is, in a nutshell, about getting you ready to launch. Because there's one thing about having an idea of where you want to go with your life, especially if you're thinking about starting a new business or developing a nonprofit or even a program. There's one thing to kind of having an idea spin through your head, and it's the next thing to make it a reality. So I'm here to help you make things a reality. That's what I've been doing for 30 years as a consultant, working with organizational leaders and individuals, entrepreneurs. And sometimes I'm just working with people who are still identifying where they want to go in the next steps of their life. So this is something I really love to do. I'll be posting these videos both in my Bright Spot Communities Facebook page and my other company called Wealth is Within, which focuses on personal growth. Bright Spot Communities focuses on business and organizational and community development. So let's get started. And before I go any further, please remember to like and subscribe to my station. You are getting ready to prepare for something amazing, right? Maybe you've just been through a hard time or a pandemic where you have been forced to think about, where am I going? What's my plan? Where do I want to be? How do I want to live? And no doubt, in spite of the challenges that the pandemic has offered, it's also given a chance to think about you. Think about where you want to be, how you want to live, and the things that you want to do in the world professionally. I have to say that I'm all in support of people moving into new directions because it's these new directions that make life interesting and thrilling, hopefully. Before you do anything else, however, if you have an idea that's rumbling through your brain, or if you have a new direction that you want to move into, the first thing I'm going to encourage you to do is to write your bio. Now, I know you see bios all the time on LinkedIn or whatever, and that's all cool, but I want you to think of your bio as something other than a regurgitation of your strengths and skills and da-da-da. Your bio is your power statement. It takes about a minute to 2 minutes to read someone's bio, if it's a good one. And in that minute or 2 minutes, you're going to be telling people not only what you've done, but who you are as a person, the strengths that you bring, and where you are going. Mostly, the bio is there to distinguish you from other people. So the bio is you and your essence and your abilities all combined into one thing. So let me step you through a brief overview of how to put together a bio. Myself and my colleagues are here to help you create stronger documents if you want some help. Love to help you. But let me just offer this first kind of walkthrough. You'll be able to see the printouts of everything that I'm speaking of. It's a PowerPoint overview, so feel free to take a look at those after you watch this video. I'm going to be putting on my glasses and we are going to be getting right to work. Now, the bio, there's lots of reasons to have a bio. Number one, of course, out of pure need to kind of reevaluate and take stock of who you are and to remind yourself of all the great things that you've done. But a bio is also used for job applications, grants, business loans, if you've been invited to go to a conference to speak, really sales and fundraising. Your bio is used in so many different ways. And it's important to have one on hand all the time. For me, my bio is constantly changing. I usually come up with a good one once a year, and I adapt it as time goes on. But your bio can be used in so many different ways. So it's important to just simply have one on hand. The bio is part of if you are moving forward on a business or new business or a project vision, it's important that you see your bio as the first step to a total portfolio of resources. And that is actually what I'm going to be posting once a month, is the components of that portfolio, so that you can kind of get the support you need to move that along. And so here's my portfolio. If you want to put together something for yourself that you can move your vision forward, number 1 is your bio. Number 2 is a professional picture. Number 3 is have a good resume or CV on hand. Also have a personal video. I think that's an awesome exercise for people to do in case it's ever asked for. And if you really are trying to put yourself out there in new ways, create yourself a new website. The bio, as I said earlier, does lots of things. Not only does it prepare you to present your ideas, yourself, to the world or to a potential grantor, investor, or somebody who's just interested in who you are. It really is the first impression that people get of you. But I have found writing your bio is really a great self-esteem builder, because it enables you to take a look at how far you've come. No matter what you've done in your life, you've had great accomplishments. Even if, accomplishments come in many different shapes and sizes, and the bio gives you a chance to articulate your accomplishments no matter what they have been. Now, I want to tell you a funny story. One of the hardest, actually 2 of the hardest bios I ever wrote. Number 1 was for my buddy Bill. And Bill had a real challenge. He was starting a new community for transitioning people who were trying to get sober and needed a healthy community. The problem was Bill had just gotten out of prison. He had, committed some serious crimes. And I'm not laughing about that. It's just that he kind of went into prison and sort of is this con man, and came out the same person in many ways, but a different person with new dreams and ambitions. So that was a hard bio to write. And it was so satisfying for me to work with Bill in understanding that everything that he's experienced, even in prison or because of prison, is a part of his character. And it's his character, it's your character that you're really trying to sell somebody. So that was an awful fun bio to put together, and to see his face when he read the perspective of who he is from a different lens was so satisfying. And the second hardest bio I had to write was for a guy named Brian, who was a rocket scientist. And that was pretty tough because I don't generally know anything about rocket science. But it was cool to help him articulate that the scope of who he is isn't just about his professional achievements, but it's about his character as well, the drive that gets him to become a scientific inventor. So all of that yummy stuff can go into your bio, and then people will hire you immediately. So when you get ready to start your bio, and the postings that I make will really give you a lot more information, but the first thing to do, excuse me, when I have a little cup of coffee, the first thing that you want to do is look at other people's bios. And if you need to, take some of their ideas. It's okay. It's public information. But my hope is that you take some of those ideas and then adapt them to your authentic expression, your authentic experiences. The second thing that you want to do is, if you haven't written bio for a long time, give yourself an opportunity to buy a notebook or get a journal and write down from the beginning of your life all of the different work experiences that you have had, or life experiences that you have had, that you feel you have been successful at. Whether it's being a cashier at Big Lots, or being a CEO of a major corporation, the power of looking back at how you have evolved, your strengths have evolved, is such a satisfying experience. You know, I've done it a couple of times, and I've done it right, during times when I've kind of been feeling low. If I'm in transition, it's kind of like, where am I going with my life? But doing that helps you, go, wow. I might not know exactly where I'm going now, but when I look at who I've been, I see that I bring a lot. More importantly, that I am a lot. The other thing that you want to do when you're getting ready to write your bio is use the thesaurus. All right. I'm in love with the thesaurus. There's nothing more than I love. Well, there are a lot of things that I love, but when it comes to words, I love a thesaurus. So using a thesaurus is very helpful, especially in trying to make it a bio more powerful. So, you could take a simple word like acted as a developer of partnerships and turn it into taking that word acted and looking it up in the thesaurus and see what other powerful words that you can come up with. For example, brought leadership to, it's all about the creative use of words. And a thesaurus is one of your greatest tools in coming up with new words that express your strengths. There are lots of other things that you'll see listed on that, those postings, the PowerPoint postings. But the last thing I want to say about how to get ready is I want you to think about the 3 strengths you would like your bio to resonate with, so that when somebody is done reading it, they just kind of go, oh, they have a sense of who you are. And it's more of a feeling that you want to leave people with than just a listing of skills. So you'll see in the bio that I wrote this past year, it's probably one of the best bios I feel like convey my strengths, and I'm hoping people walk away with a feeling of, wow, that is a go-getter. Wow, that is somebody who doesn't like to fall short on any goal. Wow, that is somebody who, in other words, determine how you want your reader to feel after reading your bio. It's a great exercise to try to apply. So, the second thing about writing a bio, especially if you're moving into developing a new business or organization, is that your bio also speaks to you as a leader. And it's, when you write your bio and you're going to be a leader, it's really important to kind of express the kind of leader that you are. And so writing a bio is really the first step in leadership development as you move into the creation of your company and organization. So just keep that in mind, that this isn't just about kind of putting your skills, but it's about really knowing, you are a leader in your industry. And what does that mean to you? What kind of leader do you want to be? How do you lead? So the idea of leadership should also be integrated into what you write, but mostly it should be integrated into your approach to building your company. Now, once you have this awesome dynamic bio, there's all kinds of things that you can do with it. And you'll see that I have listed literally, 7 different kinds of bios. And these are all the different kinds of bios that I have written over the last few years. And it sounds like a lot, but it really isn't that hard, because once you have a good bio, you can work with that in creating these other kinds of bios. Those include a bio that's specific to an industry. Maybe you tailor it for a specific application. A 300-word bio, a 1,000-word bio, a LinkedIn bio, a bio with or without photographs, and last but not least, the 1-sentence bio. Hardest thing to write in the world. How do you put yourself into 1 sentence? It takes a little bit. So again, these are all things, written documents that you can have available for when you are ready to either move forward in developing out your goals, applying for grants, looking for money, making presentations. It's just things to have in your professional portfolio. And the last thing that I'm going to share about bios is that once you have that kind of solidly established, it is your tool that you take with you wherever you go, especially if you're at a point of getting ready to ask for money for the growth of your project or business. Your bio is your sales card, and it really is the thing that kind of brings together where you want to go, specifically if you're looking for money. The next steps after the bio are a little bit more complicated and involve the development of things such as an executive summary, your business plan, even a pitch presentation for your business. Those are all kind of complex things, but when you let yourself give time to that, I promise you will take your idea from just something that's percolating into the next step after your bio, and that is development of your vision. Don't forget your budget, which is going to be needed for any project or organization. I typically recommend people do a 3-year budget. And most importantly, you want to spend some time identifying your mission and the values and the beliefs that uphold, what you're going to be doing within your company. You, as part of your business plan, you want to be able to convey the values that you hold as a professional, as a leader, and as an innovator in your field. Well, I tried to go fast, but it still ended up being almost 20 minutes long. Either way, I do hope it's a help. And more importantly, have a great time putting together your bio. I'm happy to help you. That's one of the things I do as a consultant, or if you want help putting together your business plan and everything that's involved in growing your business, I'd love to do that. It's over the past since 1997, I've worked with over 250 people and organizations making their dreams a reality by creating the first set of documents essential to success. Anyways, I hope that this video has helped you prepare for your launch, and best wishes in all that you do. Thank you.